Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Uh, Lionel here, sir. I'm from Mangalore, sir.
Hmm.
I have a son who is 2.3 years old.
Okay.
So this is the first time, sir. So I've got to know about this ROE life through Instagram.
Hmm.
So I was searching for options around open schooling. Like it was a new thing for me. But I always used to love like to have my child learn on his own than the customized prepared plan, which like for me, I studied like for the whole 16 years. I'm a engineer. So I studied for 16 years. When I see back, I don't know like what I studied, where I used it. So it doesn't seem any interesting at all. So that's why I was thinking like why even our children should do the same thing. So I was always looking for it, but I was not finding anything. Fortunately, now I've found something. So I'm
Okay.
interested to know more.
Sure,
Sir.
sure. Yeah, welcome, welcome,
And I'm from Mangalore, sir.
Bangalore. Yeah, more people, if you
Mangalore, sir.
can come on video, come on audio, just give a brief introduction. That would be nice. It's a meetup, so the idea is to meet each other. That's why I keep inviting people on video. It's very, very informal, so please don't worry about it. There's nobody expecting you to.
Yeah. Good evening, Ratnesh.
Yeah, yeah, please.
Yeah, myself Raghavendra. I'm from Jadcherla, nearby Hyderabad. So
Hmm.
typically, I belong to both AP and Telangana.
Sure.
My wife Sai Kirtana and my son Srivardhan. I have daughter also. Her name is Srinija. So we attended last week's session also.
Hmm.
And, currently, my both kids are doing homeschooling,
Okay.
and by grade they are into 10th and 9th standard, but we
Hmm.
don't go by that grade wise learning. They are
Sure.
doing a different mode of learning. Earlier to this, they were part of one child centric education research center nearby Cherla. So there is no classrooms, no teachers, no board. Everything they have to do self
Hmm.
learning and peer learning. So it's been almost 2.5 years. My both kids studied over there. Now I kind of bring them back to my home, and now I started homeschooling for them. And I'm trying to explore what are the different options available for my kids
Hmm.
uh, further. Like my
Sure,
daughter is
sure, sure.
into learning few
Yeah,
subjects,
as of
not all.
now, please keep the introduction brief because otherwise we'll spend 1 hour with introductions only. We'll, as we go
So
into the questions, you can give the background of the questions.
yeah, so this is
Yeah,
a brief of it. Both my
sure,
kids are
sure.
doing
Thank you.
homeschooling.
Thank you.
I also working in a school on part-time basis.
Sure, sure.
Thank you, Rajneesh.
Thank you. Yeah, anybody else would like to share? There's a lot of people today. Uh, yeah, please go ahead. Just unmute and start speaking. You don't need to raise
Uh,
hands or anything. Right.
yeah, this is how normally the Zoom meetings are conducted. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm Smita Madhav Kazare from Maharashtra Ratnagiri district. Actually, it's the coastal side above Goa, and I'm a mom of 4 daughters. My eldest daughter is psychologist. The second one is interior designer. Third one is in 12th science state board, and I am actually learning. I was searching for this the kind of group you are conducting for last so many years,
Mhm.
because when my eldest daughter entered in school, we were having the same idea how should there be the education, but we live in such a remote area. Myself, I'm a microbiologist. My husband is commerce graduate, and but we choose to stay in our ancestral rural home. But our idea of schooling for our kids were different from the regular schooling which we have in our country. So but for three elder daughters we couldn't get any help, because for last 1.5 year only we have got access of a cellular network. And I was, as I have discussed on the group for last week, that I was searching for the exact kind of model which you are running. I won't say it is a model, but for time being, I'm sending it a model. Our idea of educating our kids exactly almost matches the way you're doing it. And right now, the condition is that in my eldest daughter, she's going in, she's attending Jilla Parishad school in my village, because we don't believe that the kid should travel 8 9 kilometers and get education. So basically our idea of education meets exactly what you are presenting.
Sure, sure.
But the thing is that from 1st to 7th grade in my village, the students number is only 11. So right now only 11 children are studying in my school, I mean the school of my village. And the environment is not is stereotype environment, and we don't feel that our energy is used properly. We
Sure,
wanted
sure.
spiritual
It
based
doesn't
learning,
matter whether
we
there are
wanted,
11. Yeah. Sorry, sorry.
yeah,
Please
yeah,
keep the introductions short so that we can
sure,
spend more
okay,
time in
sorry.
actual discussions. Yeah. Uh, just a
So,
request because there are so many people. Yeah.
yes,
Right.
yes, thank you. So that's why we are interested, and we can dare to
Absolutely.
unschool or homeschool your help.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi Ratnesh, this is Vaishnavi here.
Yeah.
Just
Hi.
my son is actually 8 months. I'm
Hmm.
just here to observe, learn, and was interested in the topic today, so I joined in.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah,
Welcome.
thank you.
Yeah, hi. This is Megha. I'm from Mumbai. My son is 9 year old and currently schooling in fourth grade. I'm here because I've been willing to homeschool. Um, yeah, I'm here because I'm willing to homeschool, but I just have a fear of his future if I start homeschooling. So I'm here to explore
Sure.
this journey and come out of this fear and start homeschooling. Yeah.
Super. Thank you for being upfront that with your fears. Yeah, a lot of people don't share that way. It's so nice of you. Thank you.
Hey Ratnesh, Jyoti this side.
Hey,
So
Jyoti.
I have a I have a kid of 2.5-year-old. So actually I knew that schooling system is not good somehow, uh, and I wanted to know like what to do with him. So he's very sharp-minded like every other child. And I came to know about homeschooling, so I started researching about it, and then I got to know that in homeschooling, usually parents teach their kids, and I got some videos where parents were teaching 3 hours, 4 hours. I was scared, like I cannot do that, but I want to do something. I didn't know what to do. So one day I came
Sure,
across
sure.
your video on Instagram, and then you were
Mhm.
saying like we don't need to teach our kids, and I was like, yeah, this sounds right. Like I don't want to teach him, still I want to him to learn a lot. So yeah, that's
Sure,
how I
sure.
now I want to learn like what can I do. Actually I know I don't have to do anything, but still i'll 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 be connected with the community so that I can go on the right path. Thank you.
Super. Okay. Thank you. Okay, let's start. I think there are a lot of people, as I said, and I hope we'll have an interesting discussion. And somewhere in between, we'll pull in Hari also, who is patiently waiting and hear his story and his journey. Hari, but little later. Let's start. Let's warm up for your entry. Right, the hero should enter at the right time. Okay, so yeah, it's just a quick introduction of if for people who are coming here for the first time. I'm Ratnesh, and um, me and my wife, we have two kids. My daughter is 26 now. My son is 20 now. And both of them have been open learners throughout. They have no school, no 10th, no 12th, no college, no certificate. In the eyes of the world, they are illiterate, but they are thoroughly enjoying their life and doing things professionally now, what they want to do. Much like Hari, we'll come to Hari in a little while. And yeah, I've also been part of Aarohi since its beginning. I'm one of the co-founders, and which means from 2008 till now, almost 16 years. We have enjoyed working with so many children and families, and yeah, it's been an amazing time that we have been having. I'm obviously at the Aarohi campus, which is about 60 kilometers in a village, but near Bangalore, about 60 kilometers from Bangalore. And that is one place I keep inviting everybody, come stay with us so that you get the idea of what is open learning. I want to just start with 2 3 lines about what is open learning. So primarily, open learning means that the child is the leader, and the child would decide what I want to do in a day, what I want to learn in a day, week, month, year, and so on. And that's the first thing. The second thing is, since the child is leading and the child is enjoying his life, he would obviously interact with all the people around. So the family becomes the first level of community, and then you can connect with more families. And RO is nothing but a lot of different families connected with each other, so we are all supporting each other, doing things together, collaborating, coach, connecting with each other, and doing a lot of things with each other. So that's what Aarohi is. And the third and the most interesting thing is that this, why we like to call it open learning and not homeschooling, unschooling, is primarily because it doesn't stop at the schooling level. It goes on, and our children can easily become professionals in the field that they want. But when I say easily, I don't mean to say without effort. Obviously, they need to put in effort in their field, but they don't need to get into all this business of exams and college and so on and so forth. They just work in the field that they like to. And we'll hear Hari's story in just a little while. So that's kind of a very brief introduction to open learning. But since there are a lot of people, I would invite you to ask questions. Please come on video. I find it very strange that so many people are there, and I'm just, and the screen is just 3 people. So at least if you can honor our time, we have taken out time every single Saturday for the last 4.5 years. We have more than 200 recordings of these meetups. So I guess I can at least ask uh, that, hey, at least respect us in the sense, give honor to our time also. We have taken our time to interact with you, answer you, and support you in your journey. And which is why we just come on video, have ask questions. You have to get the best out of this meetup. This meetup isn't about us telling you something. Is it about you asking, and then we can see how we can together create some understanding. Yeah. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's move ahead. Uh, it's open. You can ask questions. You can use chat to ask questions, but preferably video and voice would be amazing. Or you can initiate any discussion based on your experiences. So please go ahead. The floor is open. As I said,
Ratnesh,
it's
first question from me, Raghavendra here.
sure,
So
Raghavendra.
my both kids are not very fluent in English with communication.
Mhm.
So how do they start about their communication, like speaking in English?
How do they start speaking in English? By speaking in English.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a straight and simple answer. Uh,
Yeah.
so
So what
are there any
typically
things?
happens? But first of all, what is more important is to realize that it's not important. We are giving too much importance to English. I don't think it is so important. It is important that they should, if they like their mother tongue or whichever language they speak, and if they like to spend their life using that language, that's wonderful. I see no issue with that at all, right? Uh, uh, that's the having. So the first thing is not to do it from the point of view of the, oh, this is something must have, not at all. It is something, if they want to, if your son or your daughter wants to say, I want to engage more in English, with whomsoever, howsoever, if it's their desire, definitely most welcome. They can learn English, German, French, whatever, Urdu, Farsi, Marathi, Bengali, whichever language they feel like, right? There's no limit to the number of languages one can learn, but it should come from them. As such, the world is beautiful in whichever language you want to operate. That is the way I would like to look at it.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Sir, I have a question, sir. Hello.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, sir. So, since this is the first time we are on it, so like if both parents are working, sir, is it possible to do this open schooling, sir? Or is it required that one parent needs to be with the child for time being?
Right. So, see, this question is almost asked in every meetup, and I've been documenting this question also. Uh, you see, that is one way to look at. The way you are looking at is we are working now. Do we need to, So you're looking at it in one perspective. But I invite people to look at it from different perspectives. How about looking at this way that all of us are working? Your child, whether the child is 8 months old, whether the child is 8 years old or 18 years old, all the children are working. They are working professionals. That is, in my eyes, that is how I look at them. And their work is as important as my work. And my work is not higher or superior than their work. Their work is their work. Their work could be in the sandpit, and my work could be in something else. Right? It's just the different field that we are in. Now, if you look at it that way, then whoever is in the family, if we all need to work, then we need to all make arrangements so that everybody else can also work, isn't it? So then we need to work out the logistic between, let's say, if there are 3 people in the family, or 5 people, or 10 people. I don't know how many people are there in any family, but they all need to sit together and figure out how will they work it out. Because if all are working, then there will be some needs. Food needs to be cooked or whatever. People need to be taken care. Transport needs to be taken care. Whatever. Right? Different people will have different needs depending on where you are. So that's about it. But if we value each one as equally, right? I am working, and my child is also working. My spouse is also working, and even my parents are also working, though they might be 80 years old. And I call everybody working. Yeah, that's the way I look at it. And once you look at it from that paradigm, then you work it out. Now, your solution or the way you are going to do it, Lionel, will be very different from how somebody else will do it. So it's not like you copy a formula and put it. No. Well, if you're trying to ask, do people working do open learning? Absolutely. Myself, my wife, my children, all were working all the while. Nobody ever stopped working. Right? And we all did work, and we all figured out how we can all support each other in different ways at different point of time. Also, the needs keeps changing, right? A 2-year-old will have a different need, a 7-year-old will have a different need, a 12 will have a different need, and an 18-year-old will have a different need. So things keep, so they're very dynamic. Month to month, week to week, you might have to replan, plan, and so on. But the main point, which I think people miss, that main point, and that is what I want to really emphasize, is that we are all together. This whole being together and doing our living journey together is such an amazing thing. People talk about child's future, this financial, professional. I say to hell with all of that. The most beautiful thing about open learning is we are all together as a team, as a family, and we enjoy it thoroughly. We interact with each other, we fight with each other, we do lots of things with each other, how much ever time we can. And the time part is not important. The point is that we are in it together. Not like one is going for job, one is going for school, one is going for college, then it's all out. Right? But we are all in it together. That's the most beautiful part. So it's not about future, and all that will get happen in any case. So that is something I keep telling people, that after so many years, 20 years of doing open learning, I want to sell that point as the most important point, not about what will happen to their future and how will they become professional. They will all become. Don't worry, they are smart enough.
No, that is not my worry, sir. My initial worry is like now
No.
we have to set a foundation for them, right? So
No
what
need
has
of
to be
no
done? So
foundation required. What foundation is required? Nothing is required.
oh,
We have been so much conditioned to think in terms of foundation. Then there's something called as higher studies. I don't know what is the meaning of higher studies. Do I take a ladder there? Right? So I don't believe. Every single day I am learning. At 56, I am into what? Higher studies, old age studies, what do you call it? But I'm learning today. and and
correct.
and today is the only day I am living. I'm not living past, I'm not living in future, I'm living in today. So I have to do whatever I want to do today, and learn and explore and fail, and hopefully a little bit succeed also,
Correct.
but enjoy, most important. Right? So there's no
Yes.
no if you keep thinking foundation, please, at 56 also I need foundation. So it's not about age, it's not about foundation, it's about learning every day. Children learn every day, that's the foundation. The foundation is of being open to learning on at any point of time. anywhere, in any form, in any shape. And
Yes,
believe me, all children are open to that. We are the ones who have made divisions of different things.
agreed, sir.
You
Yes,
can
sir.
call me Ratnesh. Please don't call me sir or anything. I'm not a sir. I'm not a teacher
Yeah,
or
yeah.
anything. I'm just a parent here to share our journey with so many children. That's all.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Ramesh.
Yeah. More thoughts, more questions.
I have
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
question.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
so I live in Korba, and here all the schools are regular schools,
Hmm.
and there is no option for open schooling, or like you have Aarohi campus there in Bangalore. And I have a joint family, so actually family, matlab my wife has to be busy altogether, and I
Hmm.
am also busy with my work. So, how to go for homeschooling? Means it is very difficult to give attention to my child. She is
Okay.
4 year old,
Hmm.
so
So
she is
what
also
attention she needs? Let's start there.
she she asks every now and then for stuffs, like she wants something.
Hmm.
Each and every in every 5 minutes she asks for something.
Right.
Give me that. So my wife get irritated. So I have to send her to school, unfortunately, because she has to take
No,
home.
let's not send children school out of our irritation. I don't think that's a very good idea. School is a
Actually, it
nice
is
place.
happening.
We should send it because we want to send it, not because of any other problem. There's
Actually,
nothing wrong
I
with
have
the
asked
school.
my wife to keep her in my home only, है ना?
Okay,
So
wait,
she
wait,
will
pause,
learn.
pause. So your child wants different things at the same time. But again, we are assuming that we need to fulfill that. Yeah,
Okay,
we need to take care of all the resources and all that. what
okay.
what you need to realize is that you are a team of, let's say, three, for example. And you
Mm,
can sit down and say, okay, for example, you can ask a 4 year old, hey, what all would you need in a day? Let's plan it in advance so that we have all the things lined up for you, much like how you would think about your day and plan your day. So start with that. So what we call that as preparation for the day or the week. And when we start slowly with that, not the first day she will maybe say 10 things and not use any of them. And the second day something will happen, and the third day something will happen. Slowly it builds up. But the point is, it's not about whether she is wanting resources. It should be good news. We should be celebrating that she is wanting so many things.
हाँ, actually बहुत creative है वो मतलब.
Absolutely. So
Hmm,
if we look at it from that perspective, then that is something to celebrate. Now, all you have to do is how to celebrate it. And I'm
hmm,
sure if you put your brains together and I can even say, okay, I can't give you everything every now and then. Tell me, how is it that you want things so that you are also able to get what you want and I'm able to do what I want to do.
hmm,
And you will soon, as a team, find a solution. Not like we have to solve it for her or she has to only alone solve it. We all
hmm,
together can solve whatever we need, however we need. Yeah.
hmm,
So with this celebration, saying that we want to do this, we want to do
hmm,
100 things in a day or whatever, 10 things in a day, and so on. Okay. And slowly it can work out. Again, I can only say, come over, stay with us for a week, because I'm
hmm,
only talking. You will say, this guy is saying something, what is big deal, right? It is easy to say. Agreed. I am totally in confirmation with the thought that it's very easy to talk. Yeah.
hmm,
Which is why I keep telling parents, see, I can only talk on online. But if you come and stay with us, come and stay with us for a week, just for a week.
hmm,
And you will see how everybody does hear everything.
hmm,
Right? Even 2 years old, 3 years old, they do things. And even
hmm,
10 years old do, and even 15 years old do, and even 56-year-olds do. Yeah. How we all live together. Now,
hmm.
we don't do any magic. I'm not saying we are doing anything magic,
Agreed, agreed.
but it is just the realization that each one of us is important. As
Hmm.
much as my need is important, my 4-year-old's needs are also important.
100%.
Now
I
let's
agree.
see how we can co-create it.
Hmm.
Right. So that's the joy, that's the magic of co-creation. It doesn't work in a day, but slowly, slowly we can all co-create whatever we feel like. Like Smita was talking, she is in a village. How will she find that? Again, we start thinking it's our job to provide resources to children. No, 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 no. Children are far smarter. And even if they are not smart enough, wouldn't we want them to become smart enough? And if we want them to become smart enough, we just have to invite them. We have to tell them, come, you have to find your resources. I'm not going to find it for you. What do you want to do? You want to do art? Figure out how will you do art. You want to do what? You want to make something to fix on the wall? Okay, find out how you will do it. Now they will come up with their own answers. Just like they came up with how they learned their mother tongue when they were so small. Right? Nobody taught them the mother tongue, but they heard parents and everybody speaking and they could make out one full language. If they can do that, they can do everything else. That time we were not sitting and giving them resources. Right?
100%.
So the idea is to work through as a team. Slowly, it will happen slowly. It may not happen in a day, right? And yes, we will get irritated, which is good, right? And everything will happen, right? So it's not like we are trying to make some goody goody life. We are trying to have a life with all the spices of life, including irritation, including problems, including challenges. But the part is we are doing it together. So the key word that we keep chanting is called co-creation. We are every day sitting together with all ages of children saying, how do we want to live our today? If we can ask this question and spend some time together, then soon the child realizes, oh, I need to do my bit. And parent realizes, I need to do my bit. And everybody then does their bit like a team.
अगर मुझे यहाँ कोई कैंपस बनाना हो, if I want to start a campus here in Chhattisgarh, like yours, Aarohi, so what to do in the beginning?
You have to start the campus at your home. Already,
अच्छा,
you are three of you. You already have a campus. You have a home.
okay,
You have three people, right? Say we
okay,
have three learners in whatever my campus, Chhattisgarh campus, and I have my home as the place to start with, and the whole world to live in.
mm-hmm. Okay,
Isn't it? So you already have a campus. Please start.
okay,
Others, if they get attracted, they will come to you.
mm-hmm. Okay. So I
Slowly,
don't
slowly.
think any parent right now in my city think
They
like
will
that.
come once they see you. Once they see what you are doing, then they will get attracted. Often
अच्छा,
people joke, how much money do I need to start a campus like Aarohi? I say 19 rupees.
mm.
That's all. Okay. And they say, why 19 rupees? I said, that's the fees you will need to give to me to ask this question. That's all.
Right.
You don't need money. What you need is to do things together. Start doing. That's all. That's how we did it. We didn't have anything. We didn't even have this. Now we are in a 5-acre campus. Now, where did we get this 5 acres? Did we buy it? No. Somebody
Mm.
gifted us. Why? Because his grandchild was with Aarohi and he was so happy. He said, this whole land is yours.
Okay. Oh, great.
Can somebody just give 5 acres land just like that? We got it.
Mm.
He blessed us with 5 acres land. He's unfortunately no more, but he was
Mm.
one of the child's grandfather.
Mm.
Right? He gave the land to our trust. He said, oh, let Aarohi flourish.
Mm. Great.
So things happen because we start doing it. If we don't start doing it, how will it happen?
Mm.
Some people should see us doing it. No?
Right. I think we should invest in creativity of our children because 10, 20 years
Absolutely.
later on, artificial intelligence will take over everything. So there
Well,
will
it's
be no
already taking
jobs.
over.
There will be no jobs. So if we
Absolutely.
will focus on creativity of our children, then only
True.
our children will be
Absolutely.
unique.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thanks.
Yes, Rupali, you wanted to ask something.
Good evening, all of you.
Good evening.
Actually, I got influenced by your videos. But
Mm-hmm.
what is my question is, I'm thinking that I'm going to unschool my child. He is 4 years old right now.
Mm-hmm.
But am I in hurry to take such a decision? How we should analyze our child that he is perfect for this type of education? Are you getting my point?
I'm getting your point. Okay, so I will address. I see two concerns there. Am I in hurry? And two, how do I know my child is ready for
Correct.
it? Okay.
Correct.
So the first question is, there is no hurry because you can start at any time. At 1 year, they are already open learners. Okay. After at 2 years also they are open learners. Then we start thinking we want to send them school and stop being them being from open learner. So from open learning we send them to school. Let's say, right? So similarly, so at 2.5 you could send them to suppose, or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, you decide that you want to send them to school. Initially they were all open learners. Children are born open learners, right? There is no curriculum there are no subjects. They decide what they want to do, they decide what they want to learn. So if you are agreeing that the child is all born an open learner, now we send them to school at the age of, let's say, 4 years. Yeah. Okay. Now, in the same way, if you continue, if you don't send at 4, let's say at 8 you want to send him to school, you can send at 8 also. At 10 you want to send him at school, you can 10. At 16 you want to suddenly send him to a college, that is also possible. So at any stage, if you want to go back to the conventional education, you can go back at any point of time. So I hope that's reassuring that there is no hurry or late. At any point of time, you can move into education, and then you can move out of the conventional education, move in, move out, and you can do that as many times as you want, right? There is no limit to that. Yeah. The second question that you are asking um, is how do I know if open learning is suitable for my child? So one thing that you'll have to keep in mind is, unlike an education system, which is the conventional system, is a system. Everything is defined there, and now you have to fit in there. Right? In open learning, nothing is defined. So there is no question of the child being suited, because the open learning means whatever the child wants, whatever the child needs, the child will do. Wouldn't that automatically suit the child? Right? It's like going to the tailor and saying, please take my measurements and stitch a dress for you. Will that suit to your child? Obviously, because the child will decide what cloth to buy, what color to buy, and what design I want. And then we can stitch it. Right? So in the same way, this is not a ready-made shop where there is a defined something, 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 and you need to do something. Okay. Rather, it is saying, hey, this should suit me. Yeah. So I want to bring in Hari here, right? So Hari was in conventional education, right, Hari? And Hari, till what class were you there in conventional?
I was in conventional school till 7th.
Till 7. So till 7, he was trying to see if he suits there or not. Were you suiting there, Hari?
I didn't feel that comfortable in school because teachers didn't like me. Teachers were really bothering me a lot, but I had to bear those situations. And like that, that's how it happened in conventional school. Other
Yeah.
people used to make fun of me, but it happens like that.
So you see, Hari's is a typical case. Now here's the other way around. If the school is not suiting you, then everybody is on to you. Right? They will brand you as whatever, dumb, dullard, or whatever. I'm sure Hari went through a lot of tough time. And then when you move out, then you start doing what you want to do. So Hari, I want you to share that journey. When you moved out and when you started discovering, you did many things till you found what you really found are doing now. So can we share that journey?
After coming out of conventional school, I didn't know anything. And I cried in front of Anand and Lakshmi that I said, I'm not
That's his
comfortable.
parents.
I'm not comfortable in school. So Anand's cousin told Anand that just join him in sports. So where I did athletics, but even in sports also I didn't show interest in that. See, as time just passed on, again I went to again I cried again I cried and I said Anand that I want to go back to school again. So I went back to school. I did my 7th grade once again because I was supposed to be in 8th grade that time. But I did, and I don't know that how unfortunately I came to 10th. My relatives were asking me one question that, where is your 9th grade? Did you study in 9th or did you do 10th? I said, I'm direct 10th. Nobody didn't have a trust on me. Later, I cleared my 10th. And as time just went on, I got to know about Aarohi Open Learning Community. My first domain was to be photography, but unfortunately, I couldn't pursue that. But some interest shown me that you are passionate about automobiles since your childhood. So where I found my first internship was in Tata Motors, but I didn't have that good fun there in Tata Motors. Later, I joined in Newmas Enterprises, and especially to say in Newmas, we all work in vintage vehicles. That this is how I'm enjoying, and slowly I'm learning how to be disciplined and being punctual, and how to take a work like that, interacting with my boss clients. Yeah.
Right. So Hari, that's beautiful. You see, he did not know anything much about automobiles except for that he is passionate about. He got one internship, then he got the second internship, and the second internship also offered him a job. So now he's working there, okay, and he's learning on the go. And as he is working, he's learning. So we most people say that I will first learn and then I will start earning. We say no, no, no. Let's do it the other way around. Let's start earning first, and while we are earning, we will learn. And that's what Hari is doing, which is called on the job learning. Right? He's already earning, he's already got a job in the field that really excites him. You can
Not
ask him anything about automobiles, whole day he will tell you. Till you get completely bored, but he will not get bored. Yes, Hari.
by but suno Ratnesh bhai. Till now I
Yes, yes.
get a paycheck. So I'm still working as a trainee. They didn't keep
Okay.
me in schools. But I don't
Okay.
care about schools. I only care about my work.
Absolutely.
So I decided one thing that one day I told Anand that bhai, let me work slowly. That payroll will come like a train, and it says that please sit in the train, enjoy. That's it. That's how I. Yeah.
I have a question for Hari. First of
Yes.
all, even my parents' names are Lakshmi and Anand. So, yeah, that was really nice to hear. And the question is, what sort of questions did they ask you, if they asked at all, for that matter, when you were joining in? I just wanted to know what was their perspective on. Um, sorry?
सॉरी आई डिडंट आपका क्वेश्चन समझ में नहीं आया मुझे एक बार फिर से बोलते मेरे को
आपको क्या क्या
Okay,
क्वेश्चंस
Hari, I'll
पूछे
I'll
थे?
put the question. Yeah.
हाँ, आपको क्या क्या क्वेश्चंस पूछे थे?
He'll understand English. I think that's not the problem.
Yeah,
She's asking, like, when you joined your internship, what were like the interview questions?
हाँ
Did they
हाँ
take an
इंटरव्यू,
interview?
हाँ
Did they ask you some
इंटरव्यू के
questions?
लिए,
Yeah.
यस.
पहले बोलता हूँ मैं when I joined this
Hari, stay with English, English only, English only. Yeah, not everybody may understand Hindi, na?
my industry mentor I've shown my portfolio and I said that I'm passionate about vintage stuff, not a modern stuff. So like that he asked me some questions and he said that, do you know how to drive a car? I said, no, I don't know how to drive a car. And then he told me that go to an RTO office, get your learner's license slip, then come to my workshop. So where I took my LLR, but I still didn't know how to drive a car properly. They still, even today also, he still asks me that, are you learning driving? And
Right.
yeah, learning. I'm learning, but the
Yeah.
thing, whenever I go on a cab, I just get irritated on myself that why don't I drive a freehand car drive? I want to drive a car by myself.
So the important thing I think we need to realize is somebody's asking in the chat also, there's a degree certificate needed. I think the most important thing that is needed is passion. If you are
Yeah,
excited about something. Now, as I told you, if you ask Hari about any vehicles, he can have 24-hour long conversation with you. You will get bored, but he will not. He will keep on talking about vehicles and all kinds of vehicles and all kind. With that kind of an interest, with that kind of a passion, that's what he carried. And I think that's what the people saw there. That's what he's talking about as his portfolio, whatever he has done, whatever kind of explorations he has done, he compiled them all and he went and took it, that this is what all I have done in my life. Now, no certificates. or rather we call it work certified. People saw that, there he goes, he has so many things. The only thing he did not have is a driving license, and that's what he was asked to get, right, as a pre-qualification to join for a course,
And
for the internship initially. Yeah.
I just wanted
The
to ask something. Before driving license, they were just asking me one question that you're not fit for this line. Happily go and study. And one of my friend, he told my father that uncle, once when he entered in this lane, he needs to have more food, which he needs to open it himself and fit it by himself to a car. He needs to work with a live car without asking us. That's
I
the
hope you're listening. That's what is required, right? Those kind of things are required. Those kind of explorations where he's ready to open a
wanted
working car and a working bike, right, Hari? Your dad's bike.
wanted to ask us. When I joined this place, my boss friends, few people were asking my boss that who's that guy who always comes behind you and he always sits behind you? Who's that guy? And my boss says that he's my friend's son who's passionate about vintage stuff. So my boss also sometimes he just asks me some questions that do you run in house? Do you do swimming? I said no, I'm not interested in sports. I'm not interested in anything. But one of his friend just we recently we recently made friends and he was asking me a question. How did you come into this line? And I said, I did NIOS open 10th and I showed my passion towards automobiles and yeah, I came. And he was political background. He was telling me that, yeah, and few people get these opportunities very fast, but you are very lucky to have this opportunity. People want to give you offers, you give offers to them. One day you will be special to the workshop. One
Okay.
one
Hari, we have some more questions coming up. Yeah, can we take those questions? I see some hand raised and some more people. Are you okay answering some questions? If the
yes,
questions are directed at you, obviously. Otherwise, yeah. So
question.
I know if you let Hari speak full day, he will tell you stories. He has so many stories to share, and it's real fun to hear him speak. Yeah, but yeah, unfortunately, we have limited time, and I want to address people's questions. So yeah, please, you can ask question. Either you can ask question to Hari, or if you have questions in general about open learning or unschooling or whatever homeschooling, you can ask us. Um,
I had a question.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my son is 8. We
Hmm.
are homeschooling, unschooling him, and
Sure.
he was going to a sort of conventional school for a year, but for a year now we have been with him at home. So
Sure.
he
Sure.
has autism,
Hmm.
and but he is very good with, I think similar to Hari, like making things.
Sure.
So he will take apart boxes and then he'll make something. He'll see one lock, he'll be able to open it, which even I
Sure.
can't
Sure.
figure out.
Sure.
So I don't know, just if you had any ideas on what kind of things we can expose him to further develop his interest,
Yeah,
like making things.
I think the best person to ask this is him. Whatever he feels like, just like Hari opened his dad's bike or whatever friend's
Mm.
bike and all kinds of things, and he didn't know how to put it back at that time, right? And
He,
I think he got
yeah,
scolding and all that. If you hear that story, that's a lovely story, but it's a little long story. Hari, some other time you
yeah.
need to make a video about that, right?
I just wanted to give an answer for this question.
Yes, yes,
At a very young age, even like you are telling that your son knows how to open a lock by himself, and I cannot figure it out. Once upon a time, it recollects my journey when my dad used to get some cardboards or a thermocol sheet.
Mm.
There used to be a carpenter in our house. I used to keep a pencil on my ear, and I said, "I'm a carpenter." My dad was laughing like a hell. I still remember that. That's
yeah.
one of the best memory you recollected me today.
Thanks, Hari. So, Gitanjali,
Mm,
to
thank you.
answer your question very clearly, is you should ask this question to your son, right?
I
And
understand, but
every
he's
day he
not
will say,
very verbal.
No. He doesn't need to verbalize it in terms of the way I am
Uh,
verbalizing it. He can verbalize it in his own way. He
mm,
can indicate in his own way what would he like to open next or explore next and whatever, right? And he will tell you. He will guide you. He may want to open something. Take him to a junk shop. Take him to a different places. Go to people and say, what isn't working in your house? Give it to us. Put a board outside. Right? We like
mm,
doing things. I'm
uh,
saying in any
yeah.
case, and this is not just for you, Gitanjali. When people ask me, what do I do for resources for my child? I'll say, you're asking the wrong person. How will I know what to give to your child? Your child is the right person. Every day in the morning, ask him for today, what do you need? Just like I think somebody was asking, what do I do with my 4-year-old? Right? Ask him, what do you need? Or ask her, what do you need? And she will tell, I want this, I want this, I want this. Okay, and that's how it all starts, and then one thing will lead to another, and so on, and it will build up. Now the only thing I would like to kind of connect with is that, see, at 8, if this is his interest, does not mean that he will go in the same interest his whole life. For all you know, by 10 he might drop this, or by 15 he might drop it, or by 50 he might drop it. We don't know, right? The important thing is we shouldn't fall in love with his interest. He's already in love with his interest, right? Our interest is not his interest. Our interest is him. So we observe him, we are with him, we connect with him, but let him drive his interest, right? If his interest is to open things, he needs to figure out what next he is open, right? And how is he going to open, and what does he want to do, and what he want to make, and what material he needs, and does he want to call himself Hari the carpenter, right? And do like that. However he wants to. It's very, very he driven, yeah, because that's his interest. So if we let the child lead, now the thing is, in a conventional education system, everybody else leads the child. The teacher leads, the curriculum leads, the examination leads, the subjects lead. In open learning, the child leads. Child decides what I want, how much I want, and then once they get what they want, they can be hours with it. Whole day, whole week, they can be with it. And that is what is life. Right? We like doing what we like doing. As simple as that. Each one of us. Not just that's not just true for your son, that's true for all of us. We like doing what we like doing, isn't it? Right? So I hope I've
Wonderful. Yes, thank you very much. It has really given clarity. Thank you.
yeah.
Hello.
Yes, please.
In line with the same discussion, I just want to ask you whether it is. I feel pressurized when I decided to do the unschooling. I feel pressurized. How I should keep him busy the whole day?
Yeah, because you think you are responsible. Are you responsible for him?
Yes, what I
No.
the same.
Are you responsible for him? Or okay, let me ask you a different question. Who should be responsible for him?
He himself, I
That's it.
guess.
You have the answer, ma'am. You have the answer with you.
Yeah,
You only answered it. Now, if he has to be responsible for himself, why are you responsible for him? Allow him. Allow him to be a leader of himself.
but somehow inside me, that traditional person is there. So I'm continuously thinking, what next? What next?
Come to our campus. We will beat that out of you.
Yeah.
Beat that person out of you. Come
Okay.
over. Actually, we wouldn't need to do anything. When you see everybody here, you will realize, oh, yeah, why am I doing it? And it will go out of you.
Oh,
So I can only invite you because online I can only talk to you, but I can invite. I will post the links here. Please plan, come. Everybody is welcome. I'm posting different, all the possible links that you might need in that
okay.
also. Please
Okay.
go there. Please see how you when you want to come. We have options of coming to campus throughout the year, okay, except for month of May. May is 1 week we kind of close the campus, but otherwise 11 months we work. Anytime you want to come with your child. Obviously, without child, don't come, right? And stay with us. That's it.
Another thing, what I heard lot many times, this is what you are doing now. जैसे fancy dress का fashion आता है ना, it's like you're doing that thing, I guess. That's what I got feedback from lot many people. That is it a fascinating concept that you are doing? So how should I justify myself with this?
But why do you need to justify it to anybody?
Not anybody, but in back of the mind, I also think about that. Am I just, just because that thing is coming over the over and around?
Yeah, so I can't really answer that. That one part of you will stay. How dominant or dormant it is, you will have to decide. And one of the as I said, I can only invite you. Come for more meetups. We do different workshops. Especially Jagriti program is a very old program. We started that in 2002 for parents. That's an online program. It's not about homeschooling and schooling. It's about you as a parent. So that's a program we do. 62nd batch is going on. So we have done 62 batches till now since 2002. 63rd batch is in January. The link is there in this list also. It's called Jagriti. So attend that. That will open you up. That's a program to look inside you. That's program for parents. It's not for children. Or it's not about children also. It's about me as a parent and to look inside myself. It's a very intense program. You try that and see if that brings about different thinking in you. Yes, I think Smita wants to ask some question.
Yes.
Yes, Smita.
Actually, my is related to my youngest daughter Kavya, but I would like to reply one because my all four daughters are going means they attended the conventional school, but they choose when they will go and not. So her concern is that if she unschools, what will happen? How to justify they I have known that the children learn on their own. They choose and they learn. My question regarding Kavya, like she is in painting actually. She is doing painting since she
Okay, so
started holding
please tell us the question. What is the question?
that if I unschool her because she is studying in second
Yes.
standard right now.
Okay.
School her, will I get support from our community wherever she develops some interest in some area, which she may not be showing us right now. Right now,
Yes. So Smita, to answer your question, when you're asking, will my daughter get support from, let's say, the world? Right now, let me introduce this world to you. Okay, this world is amazingly filled with beautiful people. Okay, when I ask somebody, okay, it's been now almost, as I told you, 16 years. So in these 16 years, whenever any child needs anything, and any child goes to a person, an adult, and says, uncle or auntie, I am interested in what you are interested in, just like how Hari's example, right? I am interested in what you are already interested in. Can I learn from you? Will you guide me, teach me, mentor me? Okay. And hundreds and thousands of children have asked this question to hundreds and thousands of adults. Okay. Can you guess what has been our success rate in people saying, yes, I will guide and mentor your child? Okay. Any guesses, Smita? What has been our success rate? Imagine children going and asking adults. So suppose somebody is into automobile, Hari is going and asking the automobile person. Your child is into art, going and asking an artist, can you guide me and help me? Whom they don't know. There is no connection, there is no knowing, just going blank and asking. What do you think is our success rate? Any idea? What percentage of people said yes?
100% it must be.
Sorry? 100%, absolutely. Till date, not a single human being has said, no, we will not guide this child. Not even one person has said that. 100% rate. Okay. And I have examples after examples. I mean, Hari is right in front of you, but so many stories. Children just walk up, call up, send email. Uncle, you do this. I am very excited about this domain. Will you guide me? Yes. Auntie, I like to do this. Will you guide me? Yes. That's the beauty of this world. We haven't embraced this world. We think, no, 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 no. We have to provide. No, the world is there to provide for us. There's Only beautiful people in this world, because everybody is interested in their interest. And if somebody who's interested in their interest, they're interested in that person automatically. If you are interested in, let's say, flying kites, and you find another person interested in flying kites, automatically the connection happen, isn't it? It is so simple. So everybody out there is to help us. I tell every single child, you are the center of the universe. The whole universe is yours. Now go ahead and enjoy it. And they can enjoy it. Okay. Every single child I have worked with had no problem. When I say no problem, does not mean that the first person you knock with, it will go on. There could be logistical issues. How do you go to that person? That person is little busy now, busy later, whatever. Okay, that's okay. So you may have to ask 5 people before you get one. Okay, but that's only the constraint of time and space, and where is that person physically, where are you? Otherwise, believe me, this world is an amazing place. The only thing
So
is, it should be
Ratnesh,
your passion and you should be able to show it. Now, the problem is, how do I show it? Like Hari said, I took my portfolio. If I like paintings, I should collect my paintings somehow, so that if I go to a painter, I can show my 100, 500 paintings, let's say on a device. If I show my 500 painting, the painter will know, yes, this guy is really interested in painting. Right? So that's the thing. We need to create portfolios, and children do that. They love creating their own portfolios. That's the whole trick. The whole trick is to show to the world that you are interested in something. And today's world, it's very easy. You have Instagram, you have LinkedIn, you have all kinds of things. You have Facebook, and so on, and websites, and so on and so forth.
so Ratnesh, is it the same process? Like we're desperate for platform which will guide us for homeschooling or unschooling, and we found it after 2 years of searching. So same she will get through. Is it the same
Absolutely.
process?
Why not? Why not? You are also at the center of the universe. and look, in the WhatsApp group, we have at least about 1,000 families. We have right now 3 WhatsApp groups, and 2 WhatsApp groups have thousand. So there are 2,000 families who are there in these WhatsApp group. If you ask for any suggestion, I'm sure so many people will pour out ideas, suggestions, guidance. That's the beauty of the world. Yeah, we think schooling is the only system, but then we don't know that there are so many people out there who are doing open learning, unschooling, whatever word you want to name it, and they're all ready to help us. They're all ready to support us. Yeah, we need to change our view about the world.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay. I didn't realize that we have run into 6 o'clock. So yeah. So we devote this 1 hour every Saturday, 5 to 6, and we are there every Saturday. Sometimes I'm there. Sometimes other parents of our community is there. So Aro is a community of families who are together in this journey, and they may be in any cities. There are families in Mumbai. There are families in Delhi, their families in Chennai. So their families connecting from different places. And whether you are in Chhattisgarh, or whether you are in Mumbai, or whether you are in whichever city doesn't matter. In today's world, we are all connected. Technology is helping us connect even better. So let's use that. So that's what Aarohi is. If you want to be part of the Aarohi community, which meets on a daily basis from their homes, you can be part of Aarohi. If you want to be come to Aarohi campus and stay here, then you can do that. Once you're part of the Aarohi community, you and your child can stay, or just the child can stay here for longer duration, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever, how much ever you want. Or even 1 week is absolutely fine. So the idea is not to, I just think, keep things open. So Aarohi is an open learning community. What does that mean? Everything is open. Who can come? Anybody can come. How long you can come? Any duration you can come. Start with 1 week. Obviously, we have a calendar just to keep things in order, but otherwise it's open to everybody. I think I've already posted the links in the chat. We are also doing a workshop in January, first week, uh, about about how do you go about it. So if you like
Hello, Shiv.
the idea of open learning. You might be wondering, hey, but how will I do it? Is it like doable for me or not, or how exactly I can do? So we are also doing a workshop in the first week of January. You can also be part of that to understand in more detail what are some of the processes that you can use. These are very open-ended processes. Like I was talking about a simple process of planning. You can plan in the beginning of the day and prepare for the day. Now, that's a very simple process. Like that, we have lots of simple processes which different families use in different ways. So that's a workshop that we are doing. You can connect with us on WhatsApp for that workshop. Uh, yeah, so that's pretty much it. So we meet every Saturday. If you have more questions, you can come every Saturday. If you want to go deeper, you can be part of the workshop. If you want to be part of Aarohi families, then you can join Aarohi. All of those options are there. But the most important thing is that there is already a beautiful community in your home. You and your children, as in your family, that itself is the best community that you can offer to your child. Uh, and then the whole thought that the whole world is ours. The resources are there in this world, people are there in this world. And believe me, a whole lot of these are free. We don't pay people for guiding us because they say, no, 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 and there's no need to pay. Why? Because we want to help this child. So most of the things come in actually free, but not free of money, but not free of effort. Like Hari, he's slogging. He loves to go there. He's the first person to reach his workshop, and he enjoys there till late in the evening because he wants to be there. So that's the whole idea. Let's be there in things that we like doing. Yeah, and automatically the liking will become life. So that's the whole idea. And that will change. It's not necessary that what the child is liking today will stay tomorrow, but whatever the child is liking, the child can take forward. Yeah. So thank you for joining in. Um, we as I said, we normally meet 5 to 6, so we'll pause here. And again, there next Saturday, please join again if you have more thoughts and questions or share your journey with others. Yeah. So and yeah, just to remind you, the recording link is also there. All our previous almost about 190 odd recordings are there. If you want to listen into the stories of other people who have shared in those meetups, you feel free to go through all those recordings. Yeah, and forward them to anybody. So that's also a resource that you can look up. Okay, thank you, and bye bye, and yeah, keep
Thank you so much.
connected. You can post your questions in WhatsApp groups also. Bye bye.
Thanks a lot.